Okay, so in activated sludge process, the settled wastewater from primary settling tank is introduced into a reactor, bioreactor, that is aeration tank, where an aerobic bacterial culture is maintained in suspension, and that wastewater, that is the bacterial culture with organic material, totally called as mixed liquor. So in the reactor, the microorganism convert this soluble organic matter into energy, into new cell mass and CO2 carbon dioxide gas. Okay, that is organic matter is converted into simpler one. So that is converted into the energy, new cell mass and CO2 carbon dioxide. The aerobic environment into the reactor is maintained with the help of aerator. Either we can use diffuse aerator or either we can use mechanical aerator to make that water or organic material and culture in a suspension. So this aerator also help to maintain this mixed liquor in suspension, and after some specific period of time, that is called as hydraulic retention time, the mixture of new cell mass and old cell is transferred into the secondary settling tank, where the cell, that is biomass, are separated from the treated effluent, and that portion of biomass sludge is recirculated to maintain the desired concentration of microorganism in the reactor. And the remaining sludge, that is wasted sludge, that is stabilized and disposed. So, in activated sludge process, the bacteria are the most important microorganism because they are responsible for decomposition of organic material which present in wastewater. In general, the bacteria in activated sludge process are the uh, pseudomonas, then various types of nitrifying bacteria. Okay, so these different types of bacteria which present in activated sludge process, like protozoa, rotifers, that also act as effluent polisher. Okay, so this all the process happen in the activated sludge process. Okay, so aeration tank, as the content of aeration tank is referred as a mixed liquor. In the aeration tank, the microorganisms come in contact with the waste material, and the organic material is the decomposed synthesis of the microorganisms occurs. Okay, so the secondary clarifier, there is a mixed liquor is allowed to separate the supernatant becomes an effluent. The waste sludge, that is the sludge, must be wasted to prevent excessive buildup of the microorganism, decreasing the FM ratio, food to microorganism ratio, that is called as FM ratio. Recycle sludge, the sludge is recycled to maintain FM ratio. Okay, so to maintain food to microorganism ratio, we need to recycle some sludge from secondary settling tank to the aeration tank. Okay, that is called as the recycling sludge. The sludge is recycled to maintain the FM ratio, food to microorganism ratio, and if the sludge is not recycled, the microorganism concentration will be diluted. Okay, so that's why we need to maintain FM ratio. We need to recycle some sludge. Okay, so some different terms that related with the activated sludge process. That is the loading rate. What is loading rate? Loading rate is the rate at which the wastewater is applied to the aeration tank. Okay. So this loading parameter explained in hydraulic retention time, that is HRT, and that HRT, hydraulic retention time, is equal to V divided by Q into 24. That is 24 is hours. Okay, so V, it is volume of aeration tank in meter cube, and Q, it is the wastewater inflow in meter cube per day. The next term, that is the organic loading. So the organic loading, it is nothing but the in ASP, activated sludge process, the microorganism exhibit the flocculent characteristics which will result in efficient separation of sludge from wastewater. So organic loading, that is nothing but the volumetric loading. So organic loading or volumetric loading is the kg of BOD applied for unit volume of aeration tank, or kg of BOD applied per day. So whatever amount of BOD applied to the aeration tank, that is called as volumetric loading or organic loading. Okay. So what is organic loading or volumetric loading? It is the kg of BOD applied for the aeration tank, or kg of BOD applied per day. Okay, so This organic loading, it is nothing but the BOD in mg per liter into flow in liter per day. Okay, so that can be converted into kg per day. So the next term is the food to microorganism ratio. So this organic loading is also referred as food to microorganism ratio. So that is called as FM ratio. So FM ratio, it is food to microorganism ratio. Okay. So this is the ratio. FM ratio is the ratio of the BOD of kg applied per day divided by the kg of MLSs which present in aeration tank, that is representing the microbial mass. Okay, so F, that is food, that is total BOD applied per day, and M, it is the total mass of sludge in aeration tank, that is microbial mass. Okay, so that ratio is called as FM ratio. Okay, so F, that is kg BOD applied, and M, that is kg in microbial mass. Okay, so this FM can be calculated by Q into S0 divided by 1000 into V into T. Okay, so this FM ratio, that is in daily BOD load applied to the aeration system in gram or either in kg, and M, it is the total microbial mass in the system. Okay, so the FM ratio is the main factor that controlling BOD removal. Okay, and FM ratio can be varied by varying MLSS concentration in aeration time, and the common FM ratio vary from 0.05 to 0.6 per day. Okay, so for a extended aeration is less, and for pure it is more. Okay, so the next one, that is the sludge age. So sludge age term is nothing but the total weight of solid in biological system to the total weight of solid leaving to the system per day. Okay, so whatever the time period in which the sludge present in that system, that is called as sludge age. Okay, so sludge age is the total weight of solid in the biological system divided by total weight of solid leaving to the system per day. This is what the FM calculation, food to microorganism calculation. So determine the FM ratio for an activity sludge process operating under the following condition, where BOD is equal to 200 mg per liter, Q rate of flow is equal to 1 mld, then TD is a time of hours or time is 4 hours, and ML basis mixed liquor volatile suspended solid is 2550 mg per liter. So this is what the M BOD 1 mld into 200 mg per liter, then V volume is equal to flow into time. Okay, so FM ratio, it is 0.47 per day. Biological principle. The typical range of FM ratio in activity sludge unit: extended aeration 0.03 to 0.8, conventional 0.8 to 2.0, and high rate, which is greater than 2.0. Okay, so this is what the FM ratio. Okay, so design parameter for activity sludge process: theta, then FM, then QR by Q, that is the ratio of sludge recirculation or sludge recirculation ratio. This is what the operational characteristics of activity sludge process: conventional plug flow, diffuse air, mechanical aerator, and BOD removal efficiency 85 to 90. So these are various process of activity sludge process, that is conventional process, complete mix process, step aeration process, modify aeration process, contact stabilization process, and extended aeration process, high rate aeration process, and pure oxygen process. And the aeration system is a diffuse aerator or either mechanical aerator, and the BOD removal efficiency in percentage 85 to 95%. Okay, so this was the first complete mix versus plug flow. So you can see this is the BOD and tank length, conventional treatment, step variation. So these are the some modification activities sludge process. The main limitation of conventional activities sludge process are what? The higher aeration tank volume requirement and lack of operational stability. So to overcome such difficulties, some modifications in conventional activities sludge process has been suggested. And the first one is the steps aeration. Okay. So step aeration, it is nothing but it is a process in which the wastewater is introduced at several points in the aeration tank while the return sludge is introduced at the head is shown in figure. So you can see that is the inflow of wastewater, and here is the this is what the aeration tank, and this is what the excessive sludge. You can see here the excessive sludge is supplied to this aeration tank. Okay, so what is that? Steps aeration. In the process of this wastewater introduce several point aeration tank while the return sludge is introduced at the head of the tank. Okay. So this is the secondary settling tank, and some of the waste sludge is here, the aeration, and here is H2. Okay, so because of this system, that is steps aeration system or type of arrangement, there is a uniform demand of oxygen along the length of tank, and this result in effective use of uniform supply of oxygen in conventional activity sludge process. And this method having some of the advantage. So the first advantage is oxygen demand is more evenly spread over entire length of tank, resulting in better utilization of oxygen supply. And the next one is multiple entry of substrate, thereby increasing removal of soluble organics by adsorption and higher BOD loading per unit volume. So this method having some of the advantages over the conventional method. So step variation, it is one of the first method, first modification in activated sludge process. The next one is the tapered aeration. Okay, so you can see here the tapered aeration. So in tapered aeration, air is supplied at the different rates along the length of the tank according to need. Okay, so it ensures higher air supply at inlet and in the initial length of tank as compared to the downstream length. So in the aeration tank, as the mixed liquor progress through, its requirement for oxygen goes on decreasing. So therefore, in this method, oxygen is supplied at the higher rate at the inlet and gradually decrease as sewage move towards the outlet end of the tank. So the aerator are spaced close together at the inlet end to achieve the higher oxygenation rate and space further away at outlet end where the oxygen demand is less. Okay. So tapered aeration, that is the rate of oxygen or rate of the air along the length of tank supply according to the need. Okay, so this tapered aeration having various advantages. So the first one is less air required for this tapered aeration, then lower the cost of this operation and avoidance of over aeration. Okay, so you can see this is various advantages of this tapered aeration. The less air requirement, lower the cost and avoidance of over aeration.